I'm so excited to see you. Congratulations. Cruz just turned 4.
Yes, 4. I cannot believe it. He's so big.
It flies. My son will be 4 on June 4th. And it just goes by so fast.
So fast. And he's getting so tall. So it's crazy. He's like up to my belly button already.
It's funny. I like turned around in my back seat the other day and I was like, who is this child?
Yeah.
It's amazing. How was his birthday party?
Oh, it was so good. The theme was Reach for the Stars. I dressed as an astronaut. He was dressed as an astronaut in the beginning, but he didn't love the outfit. Right. So we took a couple photos in it, and then I was stuck being an astronaut for the rest of the day.
I love
by myself.
By yourself. Hey, you commit to the theme.
I committed. And it was great. Everybody from his school came. All of his little friends came. It was great.
I love it.
Yeah.
It seems like he is thriving.
He is. He's doing amazing.
Yeah. And what's this been like for you? I'm sure you got so much outpouring of love and support ever since you talked about his autism diagnosis. So what's it been like for you as his mom?
Yeah, so much love and support. I really want to be a positive advocate for the autism spectrum, the whole community. It is very broad. There's just so much that I'm still learning as I'm going, and there's so many other parents that have reached out to me who I can also learn from, and I think it's just been so beautiful, and I really want to help other families and mothers that are going through something like that, and I think early intervention is key, and it is super important. So if people might see different signs and different things early on because I'm sharing my story, then if I can help anybody in that way, it would be amazing.
I love that. What are some big milestones that he's been hitting lately?
He's starting to say a couple more words.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's like really exciting. I mean, he is just such a good kid. He's so happy. He's always smiling and laughing, and he's just catching up in his own way, and it's beautiful to see because whenever you have a kid on the spectrum, you celebrate every little milestone, because you wait for it and then it happens and it's like the best day ever. So I'm so proud of him every single day.
I love seeing him on the show too.
Yeah.
He seems like your little buddy, like your little cuddle bug.
He is mama's boy through and through. My best friend.
I know you said before that this really hasn't brought you and Jax closer, but has that changed at all? Do you feel like since you went public?
No. Unfortunately, but like Jax does help and want to be there for his son for sure. Like Cruz is the most important thing for both of us. It's just difficult co-parenting whenever you're not always getting along and things like that, but we definitely both want to be positive, especially like using our platform for the good to help other people. So that part is good. It's something that we're going through together, but I've also gone through a lot on my own. And I'm just always going to be his number one supporter and do whatever I can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He told, Jax did say to us that, I wouldn't mind if Cruz lived with me for forever.
Yeah.
What's kind of your reaction to that?
Well, he would live with me.
Yeah. I figured.
If it was going to be anybody. But yeah, he's just so amazing.
Yeah.
But early intervention, who knows where he's going to be in a couple years, He is catching up on his own, and he just looks at the world in such a positive light, and he's just amazing.
Thriving.
Amazing.
Love it.
He's thriving.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
What's it been like kind of watching back? We're only 3 episodes into the Valleys, but so much has happened.
Yes.
Has it been hard for you to kind of relive this all over again?
Yeah, it's definitely hard. I would say I cry every episode. Yeah. It's definitely hard to watch it as a TV show because we're all filming our own things in different times, and then you see what your friends are doing, and we get to watch it like that as well. So it's a very unique experience when you're on reality TV that a lot of other people don't have. I always say that it holds me accountable because I get to learn from myself and watch what's happening, and it's like holding a mirror up to yourself in a lot of ways, but it definitely can be difficult. But there's also so many funny times and great times with my amazing friends that have supported me all summer long through everything. So it's like this.
It's an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
Totally. Have we watched the most difficult part for you? Because obviously that moment between you and Jax before he went to rehab is a tough watch.
Episode 2 was extremely hard, but there's a lot to come that you guys are going to be surprised about. I don't want to ruin anything, but I went through a lot. Yeah. It was almost like every other day something new was happening in my life and my relationship, and there's going to be a lot more to come. Surprisingly.
Yeah. Do you look back at that person and you're like, wow, I can't believe how far I've come and all this strength that I have gained along the way?
Yes. I feel like I'm in a much better place now, but I'm so proud of myself for how strong I was even then. But I am still fighting, still strong, still healing. You know, I'm working on myself, but definitely feel like I've come a long, long way.
It's a process.
Yeah.
And where are you in that process? Like, what does it look like for you and Jax right now? Do the two of you speak? How do you talk about co-parenting and things like that?
So I just FaceTimed with Cruz on the way here because I just cannot go a day without looking at his face. So, you know, he's with Jax at the moment. My nanny is also amazing, so she comes around whenever Jax has to do different things or, you know, so I'm always making sure he's meeting his therapies. He's at school on time. He's got everything he needs. His outfits look okay. His hair looks okay. You know,
super mom.
I'm always checking in on everything, even here from New York. You know, I'm only here for 2 nights, so it's fast. But I miss him so much.
Yeah. Do you and Jax have can you call him up and be like, oh, you know, Cruz is doing this, Cruz is doing that? Or?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about what's going on with Cruz, but it's still a lot of ups and downs between us. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. He'll start arguments with me for absolutely no reason still to this day. There's a lot that I have to go through still. But you know, like I said, I just FaceTimed him, and I just talked to Cruz the entire time. You know, it wasn't like me and Jax were FaceTiming each other, you know.
Right.
So we can do stuff like that. I think both of us are going to put Cruz first no matter what. That's the most important thing. So I do believe that there's good in that part of him. It's just hard whenever you don't get along. It's a big up and down relationship between us. He's good one day, and then he's starting to fight with me for no reason the next. So it's a lot of ups and downs.
Where do you think all the anger comes from when it regards to you?
I feel like he's had a lot of rage his entire life. I feel like you can look at that even before I came around, like from Vanderpump Rules, before I started season 4. But I think he blames me for a lot that's happened to him this season, having to go to rehab in the first place. Like, if I didn't put my foot down, he never would have went. And I'm proud of myself for that. And I feel like one day he'll be able to thank me for that, because if I didn't care about him as much as I did, he would have never went, you know. So I feel like one day he'll appreciate that from me. But he blames me a lot, so a lot of the hate he's getting online and different stuff, he blames me instead of taking accountability for his own actions.
Do you feel like if you didn't call him out on his drug use that he wouldn't have come clean publicly?
Definitely. Yeah, I don't think he would have came clean about it, and I think unfortunately that he knew it was going to be out this season, and he knew it was going to look bad, and I think that he wanted to kind of gain a victim mentality or sympathy from people, because kind of preparing for what was to come.
Sure.
And I hate that.
Yeah. He has been sober. He said that he's sober for, you know, over 180 days. Have you noticed a difference? Is he taking it seriously this time around?
It's weird because I do believe that he is sober, and I am so happy about that, because Cruz deserves that. I deserve that. He's going to be in my life forever, so it will make things a lot easier, but his personality is still the same. So, like I said, it's just a lot of ups and downs. I never know what version I'm going to get. So, yeah, I can't really say that it made that big of a difference, and I hate saying that.
Right. That's surprising to you? Did you feel like it would have?
Yeah. I thought it would have done a lot more, but at the same time, there are some days where I'm like, wow, I can tolerate this person, you know, because he is sober, and it feels good in those moments, but he still is trying to be very controlling of me, and like, even though we're almost divorced, like, the papers will be signed soon, hopefully, so it's like, it's just a weird dynamic that we have, and I just don't know if he's ever fully gonna grow up.
Sure. Where are you? Like you said, the divorce papers will be signed
hopefully soon.
Hopefully
I don't have an end date just yet, but soon. Yeah.
How is that going to feel for you think?
It's going to be sad, because it's going to be like an end of a huge chapter of my life. 10 years together is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
There was a lot of love there from my end, no matter what. Like, I tried everything that I could possibly do. So I think I can be proud of myself for that. Like, I really, really worked on us being together. So I will be sad, but I'm also going to be relieved.
Sure, yeah. Now you can kind of move on. Yeah.
It'll be an into the chapter for sure.
Definitely. How was he in rehab? Because we see in the teaser that he was like kind of rage texting you from rehab.
Yes.
I mean, were you shocked by that too? And what was kind of the context of that?
It was just constant. It was constant. You're going to be shocked at a lot of stuff you guys see coming up in the next couple episodes. But I just didn't understand. Honestly, he wasn't taking it serious in the beginning. And we all know now, because it's been talked about, that he had to go back a second time before he became sober. So there's a lot that happens. Yeah.
You know, Michelle said that she thinks that Jesse is worse than Jax. Do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jesse is his own piece of work, but I don't think... I think Jax is just Jax. You know, how do you know, me and Michelle are both going through so much, and I feel for her. I love her so much. She is my girl. But I just think that Jax is a more complicated person to deal with.
Yeah.
But Jesse's complicated too. I don't even think we should try to compare, because we're both going through it.
Yeah, but at least you have one another to kind of lean on, which I'm sure made the process not easier, but...
It's been amazing. I love Michelle so much, and, you know, I learned a lot from her because she started her process before I did. So she told me her mistakes, and I got to, you know, start with a lawyer from day one, you know, different things that she learned. And it's been great for us to be able to, like, lean on each other.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
they're both crap. They both do crappy things.
They both do crappy things.
Yeah, they're not crap, but crappy things.
But crappy things.
Yeah.
Good things on the horizon.
Yeah.
Are you dating again? Anything serious? Or are you looking for that?
Nothing serious. Just, like, having fun.
Yeah, just having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you regret the whole Julian thing?
Lord. Well, from what I know now, of course, I regret.
Right. It seemed like he did crappy things too.
Yeah, he did crappy things too. But I will say Julian was important for what I was going through at that moment. Like, he really helped me bring my confidence back. Yeah. I was put down a lot in my last relationship, and I've, like, had lost all of my confidence. Yeah. So he made me feel beautiful again, and he made me feel special, and I really needed that in that moment.
Yeah. What do you make of Jax kind of denying that he ever said, like, kind of derogatory things to you? I mean, you have lots of people that are kind of vouch for this as well.
I mean, everybody on the cast was like, we've seen it, we've heard it, we saw it in text messages. Like, there's no denying that.
Yeah.
And I got receipts, so it's like, come on.
You got receipts.
It's just, I like... The thing about Jax that a lot of people don't get is that he makes up stories in his own mind, and then he believes them. Yeah. And it's hard to argue with somebody like that.
Yeah, no, it's a losing battle.
Yeah.
I know. I think you said that, like, you watched his Hot Mike Bravo podcast, and he lied, I think, over 31
times. Yeah. I wrote down 30. And every single one wasn't a full-on lie. Okay. It was just he didn't, like, tell the whole truth. So he knows how to, like...
manipulate.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the most glaring thing for you?
Oh my gosh, if I can even remember now with all the episodes coming out, and I've, like, watched everything, I'm like, what was the biggest thing in that? I think at that moment it was really upsetting to me that he kept being like, I was yelling at her in the car, and I was looking back and seeing my son and seeing him. I was like, I have to go. And I'm like, nope, that's not what happened. Yeah. I had to take an Uber home. I called Alex Baskin. I called our publicist, our manager, your sister, and I got everybody together. Everybody teamed up to get him help. Yeah. So it kind of, like, upset me that he tried to make it seem like he did it on his own for his son, because that's not the case.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
You think it was because of the job.
Yeah.
Then. Yeah. No, definitely.
And because I got all these important people
in his life
together and, like, really made it happen, because we were all worried about him.
Right.
All of us.
Well, you said, and hopefully in a few years he looks back and thanks you
I think,
for this.
You know, that's my biggest prayer, is that he'll realize one day that I, like, saved his life, basically.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, because it was definitely a scary situation, too, after he found out about the Julian thing.
Yes.
You kind of describe what happened. Was that, like, the scariest moment that you ever had with him?
That was one of the scariest moments. I think that a lot of people get confused about the Julian thing, because Jax already knew about the Julian thing months prior. So I think that he's trying to make it seem like you found out about it and he blew up and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, you found out months before. Yeah. You looked at old messages and you let yourself get to that angry, dark place. So the timeline, people didn't really understand it. I had been separated at that point for like 7 months.
Sure.
You know, so I didn't do anything wrong, honestly. And it was something bad, but it wasn't an isolated incident, or I wouldn't have left in the first place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still at the Airbnb? Or like, are you?
Oh no, I've got my house back. 100%.
Okay,
it's mine.
It's yours.
It's mine.
Yeah, that must have felt good walking through those doors.
It's something I'm super proud of, that I could do it all by myself.
Yeah, no, good for you. That's awesome. Like I said, you are thriving and doing so good. Do you feel like your confidence is 100% back?
I still have some things that I have to work on for sure, but I feel so empowered and so strong, and I've got so much support, so I do feel a lot better.
Good.
Yeah.
And you feel like Cruz is thriving even more now that like the tension has kind of been like...
The peace in my house is something that I feel like is helping him, it's helping me, it's helping everything, because whenever I had to deal with that negative energy every day, I mean, it was wearing on me.
Yeah, of course.
So he deserves a happy mama.
And he got it.
Yes. Yeah.
A goal for the future then when it comes to the two of you. Obviously the divorce is going to happen. We're not getting back together.
No.
But co-parenting friends,
yes.
Is that the goal?
I'm not sure if I could be like his friend, because I'm super hurt by a lot of things. He did a lot of damage in our relationship. But co-parenting is, of course, the number one goal. Hopefully it can get to a day where we're not arguing every other day about stupid stuff that does not matter, so that's what I really hope for.
Yeah. Are the two of you in like a therapy together at all?
We're not. We talk about it sometimes. It's just like, am I ready to do that with him yet?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that will benefit me or if it will make things worse for me, because he's just a different type of person. So, it's hard.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Like you said, you're watching back this season and you're kind of figuring out where everybody else is, watching different things. What surprised you the most from everybody else's situation so far?
Just like, oh my gosh, whenever Jesse was like kind of holding Isabella over Michelle's head, like how, I forget exactly what was said, but it was something. The living situation. And then he straight up says that he was doing it just to get under her skin. And I was like, oh, Jesse, don't do that, Everybody has things going on,
What did you make of Jesse texting in the group chat about Michelle?
Oh my gosh.
Hooker thing.
Insane. I'm like, listen, she's worth more than that,
Totally.
But we all knew that wasn't true. Come on. And, you'll see where that goes soon. I don't want to like ruin anything, but it's just like, come on, don't say that.
Right. Who's the mole in the group chat then?
All of them.
All of them?
Like Jax used to show me the messages all the time when we were together. So if he thinks that other husbands and boyfriends aren't doing the same thing, he's crazy.
Yeah. I saw you threw a beautiful shower for Kristen. You must be so excited for her.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to meet her. She is going to be my little niece. I'm so excited. I literally got Kristen a shirt that says, ask me about my single aunt for the baby to wear. Talking about me. I love that. And the baby shower was beautiful. I feel like I really captured like Kristen in it.
Yeah.
And she was so happy, and she's just going to be such a wonderful mom.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for her and for Luke. They're going to be great parents.
Yeah. What do you make of Kristen being so team Jesse?
I think it's funny. Okay. In the beginning, I was like, what's going on here? And I think that for Kristen watching things back, she didn't know a lot of stuff either.
Sure,
we learn a lot as we're going as well. The only thing that she does say to me is that Jesse made an effort and her and Michelle haven't yet. So that's the only thing that she really...
Yeah. Are you surprised so much time has gone by for Kristen and Michelle? Because I don't know what transpires the rest of the season, but that so much time went by with the two of them not speaking.
Yeah, I wish that they could get back to a good place. They could be around each other and stuff, but they were really close friends at one time,
Right.
So I would love, of course, I always want everybody to be friends.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
Keep the peace.
Yes, yeah.
Is it hard watching Michelle and Jesse go through this? Because she said this could take years for her divorce to get finalized.
It breaks my heart to see her go through all that. It's complicated no matter what, but she is in a great relationship and she's so happy. So I'm happy for her. I just hope they can figure things out sooner than later.
Yeah. We got Lala and Sheena back in the mix.
Yes.
What's it like been having their support as well?
Oh, it's been incredible. They're my really good friends. Our kids literally go to school together, and we're always around each other. Tom Schwartz is always around as well, so it makes sense that they are, because these are my real friends, and I loved having them around.